What's going on, you guys? Back again with another video. Today we're going to be working on my 2018 Toyota Tacoma. Now before I dive straight into this video, I do want to stop and give a huge shout out to my buddy Eric over at uniquestyleracing.com. It's this website or company I should say, that I've been working with for a while now, that's sending me out some pretty cool mods for the Tacoma. Now, one of the ones that I do want to point out, if you guys haven't seen one of my previous videos where I actually installed these side mirror LED turn signals, or I should say, and switchback with a smoked blacked out finish. Here they are, check those out. That is how they normally run when just on a normal function, and then whenever you go ahead and hit your turn signal, that's what they look like. Now as soon as you go ahead and stop your turn signal, they go back to white, and then when you have them off, it is a blacked out, clean, very clean look. Now that modification is one of those very small things that only us Tacoma owners will really notice, but at night, please believe me, that thing looks freaking sick. So make sure that you check out the website and pick up that if you haven't yet, and make sure you use our discount code EGTACO for 10% off of your order. Now, with that being said, besides that very cool product from uniquestyleracing.com, they also managed to send us out another real cool product. Alright, you guys, so what we're working on today is these here. uniquestyleracing.com sent me out a pair of their TRD Pro style blacked out headlights for the Tacoma. Now, these headlights do retain your OEM DRL running light, projector headlights, and a blacked out fascia all the way around. At the same time, we're going to be working with our brand new Platinum Edition high power 3000 lumen ultra bright H11 headlight bulb. Now, for those of you who have seen my channel or know me, you know that I like to run the same bulb on the fog light as well as the headlight. So the headlight already has a pair of those bulbs already installed, and we're going to go ahead and install another set onto the fog lights. As you can see, very nice, very clean looking LED, super bright. They claim 3000 lumen, so I'm very excited to see how bright that's going to be. And I'm going to have two sets of these, one on the headlight and then one on the fog. Fan to keep your LED nice and cool and running well. They claim 20,000 hours plus of operational life, so I'm very excited for that. So here we can see the new LEDs that are going in the truck next to the stock OEM halogen bulb. I'm very excited to see the difference, and I will show you on the truck as far as the brightness. Obviously, we all know that the LEDs are going to be way brighter, and they're going to look just a lot cleaner. Now, these are their 6000K temperature bulbs, so it's going to give you a very pure, very nice looking white LED style light. Now, another real cool function about these headlights, you guys, is that for you SR5 owners, I know you guys don't have the DRL function from OEM. Well, these headlights here will allow you guys to have a plug-and-play setup function for the DRL. So that's a huge market for you guys, those of you that have the SR5. And for us, either sport or TRD off-road owners, we will no longer have all that chrome in our headlights. This is a great option to get those replaced make sure you check these guys out. Make sure you check these headlights out. At the same time, make sure you check out those side mirror lights. And like I said, make sure you use our discount code EGTACO for 10% off. I'm gonna link all this along with their LED lights down below. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive straight into the install. We're going to get these installed, and I'll show you the difference between their LED light and your stock halogen light bulb that comes on the truck. Let's get it. Alright, you guys, so diving straight into this install, it's going to be very simple. First off, we got to start with removing our grille assembly. Now, to do that, for those of you who have a 2018 and up, you will have this front-facing TSS crash sensor, so don't forget to unplug that. And besides that, for myself, I have my Raptor lights up front, so I have to unplug those as well to get this grill completely off. For those of you who are 100% stock, you don't have to worry about that. All you got to worry about is two 10mm bolts, one there, one here, and then you got a couple plastic a couple plastic locking tabs here, and another one on this side. Alright, you guys, so once you got your Raptor lights and or TSS sensor unplugged, it's basically pretty much all you do is lift up these tabs and pull straight up. Just like that. Alright, you guys, so now that we got the grill off, next we're just going to work on lowering the bumper. Now, to install these headlights and to remove the OEM ones, you actually don't need to remove the whole bumper itself. You just need it to kind of tilt forward, and you need to remove the front side of the fender flares, pop them out so the whole bumper moves forward. Besides that, you got some more 10mm bolts for the headlight, which is this one here, and then I believe you got one more in here, which is why the bumper has to go down. Now, as you can see, my setup's a little different just because I do have a 30-inch light bar hidden behind the grill. If you're curious to see this install, make sure you go back in my channel and check out that install itself if you're curious. If you don't have this, it'll be a lot easier for you, but all we're gonna go ahead and do is go on and remove some more plastic pins. One there, one on this side, and then you got a bunch down here, which I will go ahead and show you. So normally, if you don't have this 32-inch light bar, that is just a bunch of plastic little push pins like that one there. However, for mine, since I do have it, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just loosen that up. As you can see, the bracket is held back here by another bolt, but loosen all these up, and then you move on over to the fender flare, and you have just a 90-degree turn plastic push pin there to get that out, and then another 10mm bolt, and that's just to loosen the black fender flare from your painted bumper. And then you just got to reach from the inside and remove those plastic tabs there, and it's two of them, and basically all you're doing is pushing them out, or you could just come in from the outside and slowly start to pry on it just to pop off this front piece. Once this front piece comes out, the front bumper will be loose enough to just lean forward and give you access to that one bolt that is right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking all that off that I just mentioned, and then once I got the bumper lowered, we'll continue with the headlight install. Alright, so as you can see, I just went from the inside and kind of pushed it out. Now, one thing I will mention, you guys, and you got to be real careful, is each side has a little blue clip. So there's the blue clip there, and as you can see, it actually came off of the fender flare but stayed in the body itself. So before we go ahead and reinstall this, you want to make sure that you pull that blue clip off, put it back onto the fender, and then just pop it back in place. But as you can see, it's just a bunch of these little plastic clips holding it in. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side, and then we'll be able to bring the whole bumper forward. Alright, so that's how the bumper sits there with the screw in that hole. Now, if you don't pull this bumper up towards you and then out, that's what's going to hold you back. So that's just a quick little pro tip. Make sure you do that, or else this bumper will not become undone. Once you get this up and over that hole, that screw hole, the whole thing just basically pops out like so. Just enough for you to get access to that bolt there. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other side, drop it some more, and then we'll be able to remove that final bolt. So it's that bolt, this bolt, and then a plastic push pin that goes here. And then this whole thing basically just slides out. Alright, you guys, so as you can see, I went ahead and just finished up one side, going ahead and put everything back together, back in pieces, tightened everything down, hooked up the wires properly, tested it all works out just fine the way it's supposed to. But man, already, look at that huge difference. The grill is completely torn apart, the car itself is torn to pieces, but look at the huge difference between the two. Already as it is, it's not even nighttime, and you can definitely see how much better that headlight looks compared to the OEM. So I treated that driver's side as kind of like a learning curve for myself to be able to explain a little bit better. Now that I got it down, I'm gonna go ahead and move to the passenger side, and I'll show you guys exactly what the process is. Now, as far as the headlights, you guys, the comparison, I'm gonna wait till it's a little darker out just so I can show you really how much more, or the quality of Unique Style Racing's LED over a stock halogen and over just the competitor's LED bulb itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and just install it with USR's own personal lights and everything as is right now, and then once it gets darker, I'll show you guys a comparison. But let's go ahead and attack passenger side. Alright, you guys, now that I got the headlights side by side, I kind of just wanted to show you real quick. I mean, the headlight is completely OEM quality. There's absolutely not one imperfection or one difference between the two. I mean, if you guys wouldn't have seen this video nor would have known that this was an aftermarket piece, there are no signs physically that will tell you otherwise. Looks like it came off straight from a TRD Pro. Quality is great. Now, alright, you guys, so before I proceed to remove this headlight, I'm going to point out that I already removed this bolt, and then this little plastic push piece that goes in here. Now, one thing I am going to point out is I am going to keep my existing high beam LED. So that's going to be a way for me to distinguish which one is which. All I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the LED off of my low beam, keep my high beam LED in there. That way when I go to install the new headlight, I know which is which. So now that I got these two off, this one off, all that's left is this little one on the side. Got that one loose. Like I said, you guys, to remove the headlight, all you want to do is pop out, lift these tabs off of the lip that they're hung up on. And make sure you don't lose them, like that one there just popped out. So all I'm going to do is pop it back in place, like so. Alright, and then all you're going to do is you're going to pull forward towards you, and then if you remember, like I said, there's a piece in here that kind of just slides out. So you're going to lift up over the bumper, scoot it this way at the same time, and there it is. Alright, now like I said, all I'm going to do is disconnect the wires like I told you guys I would. Now, one thing I am going to keep is my turn signal. I went ahead and I bought aftermarket LEDs. This was done way before I got these headlights. So all I did is I'm going to remove and keep my existing LED amber turn signal. And as you can see, it's just a silver LED, and that actually gets rid of your amber reflection that you get inside of the housing when you're not using it, because it is not an amber covered bolt. I'm sorry, it's not an amber covered bulb. It's just an LED. Alright, there's my high beam, which like I said, I am going to keep. Here's my low beam, which my low beam I'm going to go ahead and disconnect. So there goes my low beam. And then the rest I'm just going to go ahead and unplug. Alright, and that's it. Stock headlight comes out. Alright, so now we're just simply going to put everything back the way it needs to go. Like I said, my existing LED high beam, slide right back into place and lock in like so. My turn signal, full LED. Alright, you guys, so I went ahead and tested everything out. Everything works, so everything's good. At the same time, I also went in and I replaced my fog light with USR's Unique Style Racing's LED H11 bulb as well. I like doing that. That way I know that both of my bulbs are going to give out the same hue, the same temperature, and then ultimately the same color in a white LED. So before I go ahead and slide this back into place, I kind of just wanted to show you what I was talking about. Here are the little nipples and hangers that the headlight itself will hang onto. On top of that, you got a screw that goes there, and then here, that is just kind of like a slide-in location. So I'm going to go ahead and mount you guys up and kind of show you how I get this back into place. So all we're going to do, line up your tabs inside, put the headlight on these little top hangers, like so, there and there. And then this is the place that's going to hold you back. All you're going to do is you're going to pull back the bumper a little bit and then just slide it, and you're going to hear it snap into place. Once you hear that snap into place, you're pretty much good. Pull the bumper up and over, line up this hole, make sure everything is lined up properly, and that's pretty much it. Now we can move on to installing our two bolts here, and then we'll continue to put the fender back into place. Alright, you guys, so now we're getting ready to just pop the bumper back into place. Just make sure all the tabs line up. You can see it all kind of just snaps back in. Make sure that blue tab snaps back into your fender. Make sure all these other tabs line up. And there you go, that's pretty much it. Now all we gotta do is come up underneath. So my camera actually died on me while I was reinstalling everything on the passenger side, so I went ahead and just finished it up. As you can see behind me, the fit and finish is absolutely perfect, just like OEM. No major gaps, no major issues. Now one thing that I did have on these headlights that I do plan on doing for the TRD Pro ones are this little vinyl sticker here. I'm currently waiting on it. It should be here today sometime. But since I already did a video on installing that, which you guys are more than welcome to go check out, I'm gonna go ahead and just do it on this, on these headlights, just to get rid of this orange side marker. Now it's very, very non-visible just because of the blacked out trimmings around it. It actually makes it seem a little darker than the OEM ones. But there you go. Huge, huge difference. I love it. Let's go ahead and roll some night shots for you. You guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As you guys can see for yourselves, the fit, the finish, the LEDs, I will even point out, these LEDs on these headlights seem, the DRLs, they seem a lot brighter than the OEM lights. So that's freaking awesome. During the day they do dim once your regular headlights come on, your low beams, but during the day, your daytime running lights, they are extremely, extremely bright, and they look freaking sweet. I'm super, super happy, super stoked about the finish of them. So please, please, please head on over to USRUniqueStyleRacing.com. I'm going to link all this stuff down below. I'm also going to link in those side blacked out mirrors, the switchback turn signals, so you can check them out for yourself. One more thing, you guys, do not forget to use our discount code EGTACO at UniqueStyleRacing.com for 10% off of your whole order. I'm really, really looking forward to continuing to work with these guys. The quality in their products is just freaking sweet, awesome, no complaints whatsoever. Super simple install. Anybody could do it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Huge shout out to USR. Peace.